Hey everyone, it is your favorite CEO, Miss Flo, and welcome to an exciting new episode of Neon Mike where the conversation just glows. I am back at Plus Ultra Entertainment Studios and we're about to play some Magic the Gathering. I am here with Jazz, who is from On the Stack, and a friend. Can you guys go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Ray from On the Stack, also known as the Grixis Gangster.
And I'm Will, on the stack.
All right. And thank you guys for coming out on this lovely Saturday afternoon. And I'm excited to play some Magic. So, first of all, how did you get into the game?
So my husband, who is also my vice president in this organization, when we started, when we got married a couple years ago, we were just playing casually. It was something he was doing with his friends when he was in the military. And so I started playing, but I didn't really take it seriously. It wasn't until one of my friends that I went to college with started playing too. And I was like, well, she can't be better than me. So we started, they would come over, we would keep playing. I started picking up more of an interest. And then when we moved here, we started going to local game stores. I started playing with strangers, and then it just kind of propelled from there.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Well, one, thank you for your service. And then I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you
was also a veteran too.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm meeting more and more veterans in like very interesting spaces. But that's great that you're able to share this passion for the game with your partner. But so together, as your interests grew, what made you form like On the Stack? What made you like create like a more open and safe space for Blerds?
So originally it was, if I'm being honest, I was like, I feel like we're a bunch of interesting, dynamic people who play the game, and we don't look like the people who we encounter at local game stores. And I feel as though like as a minority, a female, it'll be less common to encounter folks who look like me in those stores. So when we started playing Magic, we kept running into more and more people who would see us playing and wanted to join us. And so I was like, well, I mean, I'd like for us to have a group. Like we had a Discord, and I was like, I think it'd be cool if we like created an identity online to showcase Black Magic players, and honestly, just a diverse range, because it's not just Black people in our group. So when we made a group name, and then I posted it online, and we started getting a lot of attention. So my goal is to create a space that kind of showcases that Magic players look like everyone. It's not just a certain demographic that fits this mold.
And I'd love to see you, and of course your husband, to take charge in this, because I always think no matter what genre of Blerd you're in, whether it's anime or some other like fandom, it just seems like we are often left out of the conversation, or there is some level of racism or exclusion from those spaces. So I really do appreciate you taking the time to form this group. So where do you guys usually meet up and, play?
Yeah, so on our Instagram page, we have a schedule posted, and it's mainly on the weekdays, but we like to support local game stores. So like, for instance, we try to go to different locations in the DMV. I would say we're like a nomad community, where like one day we'll be, on Mondays, for example, we'll go to Game Castle, which is in College Park. But then on Tuesdays, we go to Virginia and hit your hobby place. Wednesdays, we might go to Hashtag or go to Dice City, which is in Maryland. Hashtag is in Virginia. So we try to like pop up to different stores that can accommodate, one, a lot of people, and two, just like hold Commander Night for a good bit of time, because most stores like open for Commander Night like maybe 5 hours a day on certain days of the week. So we try to pop out so we can hit different crowds of people.
And I just love the idea of you guys supporting local business, because that's smart. Of course, they're going to open the doors, and like that's like free advertisement, and they don't charge you for using the space.
No, and it's because like that's like we go to places that have designated time spaces for Commander, which is what we primarily play, the format we use.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome! I love this. I love to see that. It's just like small businesses coming together. Working with organizations that's creating a safe space, and I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
All right. Who out of your group is like the strongest player?
You're looking at him right here. So I would say we have a main group, which are composed of the folks who started this page with us. So we like have something called a secret lair where like they're mainly housed. Will is probably one of the stronger players in our original group that like essentially found it on the stag.
Ooh,
So yeah.
Okay.
So he's like our resident instructor, our judge that helps people with gameplay actions and learning.
All right. And how's it been for you to instruct and teach people magic? Because I'm a teacher too, and I'm just curious about like how
Really?
that's worked for you. Yes.
I used to be a teacher too.
Really?
Yeah. So
What grade?
I taught
That's
9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th.
I'm in the same boat. I'm
That's
high
crazy.
school.
So I taught cybersecurity.
Ooh.
So I taught at Thomas Edison High School of Technology.
Nice.
So that was different. I love actually teaching people how to play. And it's been a newfound love for the game because like once you see somebody kind of like get started and then you kind of like start to show them the basic ropes and then they come back to you, what do you think about this? And then you'll tell them and then they'll come back with something else like, what do you think about this? To the point where like one of the guys that we've taught recently, his name's EXO. And EXO started off like any other person, but now he's hooked. Every time I turn around, EXO's in the secret layer, or he's somewhere in the mana pool doing something, trying to figure out something. His goal is to beat me. By the way, his goal is to definitely beat me. And if I say he's my number one hater, I have to say that like he's my number one hater. He makes sure he does everything to beat me.
I get that. It's kind of like student trying to beat the master type
Definitely.
complex. Yeah.
I thought that was my time.
No, the EXO has surpassed you in this
That's
by
great.
far.
Mhm.
By far.
Hey, he win the rules you.
No, he sent cards to me on a regular basis. Like, yeah, I'm gonna play this against you.
So he's letting you know up front, like
Up front, like he don't even keep this a secret. Like he was like, "What you think about this card?" It's a card by the name of Tainted Remedy. I had this deck. I call it my soul sister. It's a card by the name of Halia, guided by light, and she gains life. And what EXO does is he'll like send me a thing like whenever you gain life, you lose this much life, and I'm like, okay. So you gotta do that, EXO. Like I'm gonna let you have this.
Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful to see, and I think that's a motivation for most teachers anyway. It's like once you see a student fall in love with your interest, that's what keeps you going. That's your motivation. That's your why. That's your why. So I'm excited to learn the game, and because like I've no friends that have played it, but I never had the opportunity to really sit with it. I think my only experience with a card game was like Yu-Gi-Oh back in middle school. So I'm just, first of all, I want to say I love the mats.
Thank you.
The mats are absolutely gorgeous. I'm excited to see Batman. It's like I hope, is there a Batman reference in this game?
No.
Not at all.
Nah.
Not at all.
All right,
Not yet.
got it. Not yet. You never know.
Not
You never
yet.
know.
DC could do a collaboration
Indeed, they
with
could.
Magic. So,
Yeah,
I mean, but the mats are absolutely amazing. So if you could kind of break down the setup here, we have 4 different mats.
Yeah.
So, like, what's going on with that?
So the mats don't really carry much of a significance in terms of the game. They're just kind of like there as a protective measure between your cards and the table. And it's also like personality based. Like they have like these are all mats that we obtained from MagicCon with the exception of this one. So they gave out special play mats to get celebrate and commemorate the con. This one I believe is from Edge of Eternities.
This is.
Yeah, so this is a Edge of Eternities playmat, which is a set that was released a couple of months ago. So every time they release a set, they have custom mats that kind of allude to that set. So that's all these things represent. But they look nice and they're fun to have. And we pretty much have mats every time we play. But what you're seeing here is just a typical pod, which is a 4-player setup. We have these cards displayed here to kind of show you different card types as we play along in this match. But we're going to play a 1v1, and then I'll show you like different card types as we go along. So we can get started.
All right, got it. So in the pod, with like 4, it's like up to 4 players can play, or can it be more?
It could be more, but it'll take forever. So we try to keep it to 4.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, and then are you playing like everybody on like is every man for themselves, or is it like you could tag team?
So it depends. Primarily, it is like last person standing because you have a life total, which I'll actually pull up now. So it typically is that, but that's when something called politics comes into play, where you can collaborate with another opponent in order to like neutralize a threat. So if you see someone is like popping off and they're dangerous and they're like in they're probably going to win the game, you can like say, hey, I'll destroy that creature right there. You can like, don't swing at me for a turn. So that's something that happens in the game too.
Ooh.
But ultimately, those alliances are short-lived because you still want to win the game ultimately.
Got you. I feel like there'd be a lot of scandal.
Oh, it can be.
It's like, it seems like it can be very messy.
It can,
as you're
absolutely.
playing the game.
Oh, okay, that's fine too.
Ooh. I love how official like this looks. That looks like certified right
This
there.
is his phone.
If you could show, like, hold it up to the screen, like, see how, like, what app is that? Do you?
It's called LifeTap.
Okay, nice. And you can just use that app for not just like Magic, but any like similar game, or is it specifically to Magic?
Right now, honestly, it's specific to Magic from my understanding. That's mainly what I've always used this live for.
Gotcha.
But also, you can use it in games like Yu-Gi-Oh, I believe, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Probably.
You'd have to count by the thousands.
Okay, so yeah, I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, so disregard that. I failed.
Okay, so this is there's multiple formats to Magic. The one that we pretty much play all the time is called Commander. I don't know how many formats there are off the top of my head, but there are at least like 10. But the Commander format is essentially like composed of 100 cards, including your commander, which is like the general of your army, to say. The deck's mechanics focuses around what his abilities entail. Because every time you cast your commander, everything that's in this deck should supplement his ability. So for instance, my commander, his name is Vincent Valentine. This is a Final Fantasy collaboration with Magic the Gathering. It's something called a Universe Beyond set. So when Vincent's ability, it has a dual purpose. It says whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you put a number of +1/+1 counters on him equal to that creature's power. And it says whenever he attacks, you may transform him. So his ability is essentially he's a werewolf. So when he attacks, goes to combat, there's multiple phases encompassed in this, and I'll show you that. But it says he's a Galleon beast, which is a werewolf beast. He has trample, lifelink, which are keywords that I'll explain further. It says when he dies, return it to the battlefield tapped. So when I swing at someone, he can step over creatures and he could gain me life, like increase my life total.
Oh, okay.
So he's pretty powerful, and my deck's ability revolves around sacrifice, death triggers, and just it boosting him up. It's kind of like a Voltron situation. I want him to be as large as possible so I could take you out in maybe one swing. That's my objective with this deck.
Got you. Okay. So for clarification, I want to make sure that I'm following along. So first you start off like you have like your designated general.
Yes, right.
That has like a specialty, and then you build your deck to basically further strengthen them.
That's right.
Okay.
And or vice versa, it could be used to like strengthen the mechanics in your deck. So like Elevere, for instance, whereas this deck is more so focused on my commander's ability, Elevere's ability kind of boosts what's happening in your deck. So this is called a precon, which is a pre-constructed deck that you can buy at a store already made. My deck has been built by myself. Like I've taken cards that I own and I've comprised this deck myself. Now, I brought Elevere here for you because she's a really powerful precon that has great synergy and is easy to learn. There's a lot of triggers that you can miss, but it's great for learning how the game moves, in a sense, and how how decks are supposed to be built to work together. So, if you don't mind, could you read what Elevere's card does?
Okay, so whenever Elevere of the Wild Court enters the battlefield or attacks, create a virtuous role token attached to another target creature you control. If you control another role on it, put that one into the graveyard. Enchanted creatures get +1. It says +1/+1. So what was the slash word? Or is it like, why can't it be like +2?
So it's power and toughness. So this first number is your creature's power, and this second number is its like defense capability, so it's toughness.
Okay, so it's like an additional like offense and defense.
Correct.
Got you. For each enchantment you control. Whenever an enchanted creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay.
So she has, like, Elevere is really powerful because those virtuous role tokens build up and they get stronger when you have more enchantments on the field. So you can have really large, strong creatures that can overwhelm your opponents. So I like that deck a lot because it's really it showcases synergy. It's really powerful, and I think that it's easy to understand.
Got it.
So that's why I chose that deck for you. She's one of my favorite commanders.
I can see why. This seems like she's the GOAT. I'm feeling it.
She definitely is.
Nice. All right, so we have our generals on the mat.
That's right.
So, like, how do we, like, start off the game?
So to start, each player draws 7 cards.
Okay.
So let's do that.
All right.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in the first hand that you pull, you want to analyze it because you want to be able to play the game efficiently. So the objective is there's several different card types. So you have creatures, you have planeswalkers, lands, enchantments. You got tokens, which is not a type, but it's just another thing to showcase. And then you have artifacts. You also have battles, which we don't have, but those are the main card types you're going to see. And correct me, Will, if I'm missing something. I probably left something out. But these things are permanent cards. And what you want in your first hand is to have an assortment of things that you can cast to help bolster your foundation for dealing with opponents. So to start with, the first permanent that's important is a land. Lands are also known as mana, which essentially is used as currency to cast your spells. You can't cast anything unless you have this, so it's important for your hand to have a reasonable amount of mana in its first draw. So I would suggest to have at least 2 or 3, I would say 3 at the very minimum, lands in your hand. Now, I'm going to show you something real quick because my first hand is terrible.
To be fair, to be transparent, I do have 3 lands.
That's beautiful.
So I lucked out.
You did. And so if you see your commander, she has white and green in her color identity. That's the only colors that are in your deck. That's the only colors you're allowed to play because the deck's abilities can only revolve around what she contains. So
right.
If you can't have any blue, there's 5 different colors to Magic. It's like red, white, blue, green, and black. So those colors can vary among a variety of decks. My deck is mono black. There's only black cards in my deck. Now you have 2 colors, so that's the only thing you're gonna see when you play. Okay. So let me put these back real quick.
So everything is color coded. So like hers, I see, because I want to make sure it's not just like the protector. First of all, I love how you guys are protecting your cards.
Yeah,
like
they cost money.
Yeah. So I love the sleeves. So I see like the tan and some green on her card. Mm-hmm. So those are the only colors that I can really play.
Yep, it's white and green. That's the only colors you can play.
Okay, plains and forest.
Okay.
So yeah. White represents plains and the green represents forest. So in your hand, you see the card to the far right. Mm-hmm. The farthest right, that'll give you the mana for a plains, and it'll be the same symbol that's on the elevator. The mana in the middle will give you a colorless, right there, myriad landscape, right beside the plains, and then the one on the far end, forest, will give you a green mana.
Nice. Okay.
And each of your cards will correspond with that. The concept of Magic the Gathering is you're the spellcaster, and that is your power source. Everything else is a spell.
Got it.
So
Okay.
when you play, your mana is essentially conjuring up enough energy or mana to cast your spell.
Got it. Okay.
You see that card in front of you, the artifact?
The artifact.
That is the Pearl Medallion. No, in front of you on the other map.
Oh, okay.
This is an artifact, yeah.
So
okay.
What I wanted to say is another thing is that those type of cards can also be in your deck. They're a generic mana color, like it don't have a color. So that's why they can be in your deck. Those are called artifacts. And what those do is that it can accelerate your game. And it produces, some of them can produce the same colors that you have in your deck. So for instance, the Pearl Medallion that you have right there in front of you, that can actually be inside your deck. And what it does is it reduces the cost of your white spells.
Got it. Okay. First of all, this is a beautiful. I like jewelry, so I was just like, I wish like this was like really real. This is like so beautiful. But okay, I see what you mean when it's like accelerate the game. Okay, got you.
Then you don't have to spend as much money to cast your spell.
Got it.
Hopefully, I pull a decent hand this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So another mechanic right now is that we're going through since Jazz is inadvertently showing us anyway. It's called a mulligan. So the mulligan is kind of like making sure you can keep a good hand. Mm-hmm. So remember when she was talking about the amount of lands that you can have. So like you have for the deck that you have, that's a good starting hand. You have 3 lanes, and you have some things that you can do in the beginning of the game.
Okay.
So that's what happens is there's something called a mulligan rule. So in Commander, the format that we play the most, the first one is always free. So that means that you could start off with 7 cards, and then if you don't like your hand, you could put it back and you could draw another 7.
Okay.
But if you don't like that hand, when you put it back, you draw 7, but you only get to keep 6. And then so on and so forth. So each time you mulligan,
then you reduce your hand.
You reduce your start.
Because I was about to ask, like, what's the limit to the mulligan? Okay. Yeah, you took, yeah.
1, 2.
Okay, got you. So I was like, I may be a little bit lucky. Luck may be on my side because I first draw. I would say.
Definitely.
I will definitely keep this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will discard down to that. Okay. So now that I had a free mull, right? So I did that, and then when I didn't get what I needed, I mulled again, and then I had to go down to 6. So now I have 6 cards in my hand of cards that I do want to keep, and now we can proceed to start the game. So the way that it usually goes is, like, we sometimes let this machine choose who goes first, or we roll. Mm-hmm. I like to roll because I feel like sometimes the machine glitches, but I could also, let me redo this. Okay, so it's saying that I go first, and if I go first, that means I do not draw because it's just me and you playing.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I will play this swamp as my land for turn. Now, the way it works is untap, upkeep, draw. Since this is like our first turn, I have nothing to untap. I have no upkeep triggers, so then I draw.
Okay.
But because we're 1v1, I don't have to draw. I can't draw because that's just the rule. Okay. So I'll play my land because you always want to do that first because that's the base that allows you to cast your spells, the currency that you're given. So I'm going to play a swamp as my land for turn. I'm going to tap this swamp. When I tap it, it's me expending the mana to cast a spell. So it's kind of like you're cashing in a check. Mm. And so imagine that there's this hypothetical thought cloud above our heads. That's called the mana pool. So when you tap this, it's like cracking it open to activate that mana floating into the sky. And so that mana floats there, ready for you to use it. And if you don't use it, it goes away when you proceed to your next step. Gotcha. So I'm going to use that mana that I just cast to go ahead and play this expedition map. So this expedition map is an artifact, like the one that you see there. Mm-hmm. Artifacts are like, they can be a plethora of things, but they're equipments or they're things like Will said, used to expedite the game. They can give you mana, they can be equipped to creatures to help you attack more stronger. There's a lot of things it can do. But in this instance, it's used for like ramp, which gives me more money to spend for my spells. So this costs 1 colorless. This anything can be used to pay that. So since I'm using black, I can fulfill this charge. Okay. That's all I can do for this turn. So then I would have to pass the turn to you. And I would say, okay, I'm going to my end step, and I'll pass the turn. So when I pass my turn to you, you would untap, upkeep, and draw. You don't have those first 2 things to do, so the first thing you would do is draw your card.
Okay, got it. So I'm going to draw first. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
so go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. So you remember how we said you have 3 nice lands in your hand? Mm-hmm. Now, depending on what you want to play, that's the kind of land that you want to use because you have different colors. So you want to make sure that you're expending the correct color for the correct spell.
Got it. Okay, so color code does matter. Mm-hmm. And then I have more like tan or white, or you would consider this white?
Yeah, they're white.
Okay, they're considered white. Okay, so the best thing I could do is probably play the white land. This is the castle and in
Ardenville.
Ardenville.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this says it's like enters the battlefield. Tap unless you control. Tapped. I'm sorry. Tap unless you control a planes, and then it says there's an asterisk mark where it says add, and then create a 1/1 white human creature token.
So this land is called. So there's two different types of lands. They're basics, meaning this is just a swamp. That's all it doesn't have any other abilities. And then there are non-basic lands. What you have here is non-basic because you have other abilities that you can utilize aside from just using it for the mana. So with this is a really good land because it helps you create more creatures to defend yourself with. Now, we don't typically use that other function unless I kind of have to, but it's great as a alternate thing if in case you're in a pinch. So I would say lands usually the non-basic lands have the perk of not coming in tapped, so I can use them right away to cast a spell. However, because this comes in tapped, you can't do any other actions with it. But it's good to play something like this turn 1 because the game is just starting and no one's going to do anything like detrimentals this soon. So I would say that's a good card to play for your first land for turn.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this down and then turn it to activate it.
Exactly. So it's not going to activate because it has to come in
like that.
Does that make sense?
Expended.
Okay.
It comes expended.
Okay.
Right. So then that's all you can do. Yes. That's all. So that's all essentially you can do for your turn right now.
Got it. Okay.
And so then you would move to your end step and then pass to me.
All right. So when you say end step,
Yes.
what is that? Break that down again.
Absolutely. Will, you want to take over?
So end step is like the last part of your turn. So what you can do is that, like in your end step, you can any spells that you might have, anything that's like an instant or sorcery that you can cast with the mana, you can do. But mainly the thing is the last step is kind of like a cleanup to make sure that you have the right amount of cards, which the maximum amount of cards in your hand could be 7.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's resolve and cleanup.
Yep.
So like sometimes you have cards that say at your end step, you can do this, or at your end step, blah blah blah. And if you don't have any triggers that pertain to your end step, then you can just ensure cleanup is referring to you making sure you're going down to hand size if that is pertaining to you. If sometimes like hand size is 7 cards. So at all time, as you pass your turn to me, you have to have 7 or less cards in your hand.
Got it. Okay. So I see we talked about like this is enchant. So can I play an enchantment during this round, or
you would be able to do that during your main phase? Hello.
Hey.
Hey, oh, you're good. You may see Gio, one of the co-owners of Plus Soldier Entertainment, just step by. Oh, there we have Liz.
Hey. So you technically would be able to play that during your main phase, and I'll break down more about the phases when my turn comes back around. But you technically don't have enough to cast that right now,
Okay.
Because you have one expended land.
Got it. So it's like I could just end the turn like
That's
this.
right.
Okay. So
Exactly.
all right. Cool.
So now my turn's coming back. So the phases go like this. So untap. I have a tap land. I'm gonna untap it. Upkeep. I do not have any cards that say at your upkeep. So nothing triggers right now. So that phase is done. Now I'm gonna draw. Okay. So then I'm going to turn around and play another land. Because so it's untap, upkeep, draw, and then you proceed to play a land. So then I'm looking at my hand, I'm like, okay, what else do I want to do? I'm going to, I think a good thing to do right now is to tap 2, and I'm going to sacrifice my expedition map. And I'm going to search my library for a land, put it into my hand, and then shuffle.
Okay, so like it's not just like a luck of the draw. You have the opportunity to go find a card that is useful. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's a saying in Magic the Gathering that's not really controversial, but they say read the card explains the card until you get to higher level gameplay, and it doesn't because you have to know mechanics of the actual rules. But for like essentially a precon, everything that goes through it will be explained on the card. It's just your knowledge of the intricacies of the game at that point, which is pretty simple. Untap, upkeep, draw, main phase, combat, main phase 2, end step.
Got it. Okay.
And those will be the terms that you'll see on these cards.
Got it. Please say the terms as we are going through the steps, because like I want to make sure that I am following protocol.
All right, I got you.
I'm going to get a Rogue's Passage and put that into my hand.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize Expedition Map was any land.
Yeah.
until now. That's pretty good. So some cards will say, "Oh, you can." So this is called like a tutor, which essentially allows you to go search for something that you need. I'm searching for a land that I need because I want to put more land cards onto the field to help me ramp so I can cast my spells faster. Now some things will say, "Oh, only get a basic land," meaning I can only get a swamp. But this says a land card, so I can get any land that I want, basic or non, and put it into my hand, which is great because some of these lands, like you see, have different abilities than just tapping for mana.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so that is all I can do with my turn. I will pass.
Okay.
So you start off with your untap.
So just turn it this way.
Yep.
Okay.
Upkeep, which you have nothing going on right now.
And
then you draw.
Okay. I'm gonna draw. Okay. Oh, we got a brother in the mix. Okay, I like this already. Okay, so I have the War Blessing. So, okay, this is enchant creature you control. When War Blessing enters the battlefield, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing the names. Battlefield enchanted creature fights up to one target creature you don't control. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. Alright, and the enchanted creatures get... Okay, this just says +0/+2. So, like, 0 offense and with 2 defense.
Exactly.
Okay.
Real good.
Alright.
That's really good.
Okay, so, granted, this is, like, I could still only play, like, a white card, or can...
No, not yet, because you only have a white land right now.
Okay.
So, what we can do is... how everything is kind of set up in your hand is more so enchantment based. So enchantments can only be played majority of the time at a sorcery speed, meaning that it can't be played in response to something, which we'll be talking about instance later. So right now, the next thing I think you could probably do is you see the Myriad Landscape right there. Is you could probably play that, and I believe that we'll talk about acceleration again when your next turn comes around.
Alright, so with this landscape, it enters the battlefield, and then I see 2 symbols. It says there's like a reverse symbol, and then add a diamond. So there's like 2 reverse sacrifice. You sacrifice this card, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards that share a land type. Put them on the battlefield, and then shuffle.
Nice.
Right.
Okay, so like...
The reverse symbol is the tap symbol. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
telling you to tap it.
Okay.
The diamond is the colorless symbol, which is any color can represent that colorless symbol. And then the other one is just 2 colorless mana, that empty number. And you can see it on all of your cards, actually. So if you look at the enchantment that's in the top of your hand, it has 3 and then that white top right corner of the card.
Yeah.
That is the cost of the card. So it'll cost 1 white and 3 colorless, which is any color.
Right, so that when you say like cost, you mean like I'm...
The spell to cast.
Okay.
The mana you need to cast the spell.
And then this is also keeping track of the mana?
Life.
Or the life?
Yeah. You're playing for your life. It's essentially like Harry Potter versus Voldemort. You don't want to get hit with a Vada Kedavra. That's what you're doing right now.
Okay, got you. Okay. That makes sense. All right, and then how much mana do you usually start off with, like, in the game?
In the game, so people usually in Commander, in your deck, 30, 35, and you try to play a mana or 2 or 3 as much as you can every turn to get your big spells out to take out the opponents or the other spellcasters. Like that Myriad Landscape is going to help you out a lot because it's going to allow you to put mana in your hand to get out and continue to ramp, which is a term used for accelerating the process of playing mana. That's what ramp means when we say it.
Okay, got it. So now so the trick is that how much are you willing to sacrifice of your own life to take up?
No, you're not losing life now.
Okay.
There's decks that do that.
Okay.
There's decks that take life, but what you're doing is essentially trying to get the most mana out as possible to cast your spells to eliminate Jazz, and Jazz is doing the same thing.
Okay.
So
it's basically like trying to like who can get it done faster, like or who's able to. It's like it's combat, so it's kind of like a skill where like okay, you see that I'm like trying to ramp, like I went and got another land, like I'm trying to build a mana base so I can get my creatures out so I can start swinging at you. So you want to try to do the same thing, keep up to keep me because you want to protect. You're using your creatures to protect your life total.
Okay.
But I'm trying to supersede that by getting things that help me swing at you and help me supersede like pass your blockers and stuff like that. Now with this Myriad Landscape, it enters tapped, so you can't use it for anything right now, but it's great for later. When you play another land, you can sacrifice it to get 2 more lands. So you can kind of beat me at this ramping situation if you play your cards right.
Okay.
So right now you only have 1 land as you can do something with, and you don't have anything in your hand that allows you to do something right now.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the end of your turn from now.
Got you. Okay.
All right. So you want to tap that Myriad Landscape right there, and then you could go ahead and just pass the turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said last time I was going to talk more about phases, but I didn't do that, so I'm going to do that better this time. So, untap, no upkeep triggers, I'm going to draw. Okay, so I just drew this Dakmor Salvage as my land for turn. It enters tapped, and it has Dredge 2, which is not relevant right now. But, so now I have 2 lands at my disposal. Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go to my first main phase. So that's this is the next phase after your draw step. So main phase 1, I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to play this Indraught Basin. I can tap X to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature with power X. So I would activate this as a sorcery. So for instance, I could tap 2 to put 2 +1/+1 counters on my commander if he was out.
Okay.
And that is my first main phase, and then the next thing I'm gonna do on my first main phase is play nothing to play a Lotus Petal.
Oh, okay.
This costs nothing. So now, like you see, I'm trying to ramp. I'm trying to outpace you in terms because like now I have a mana rock. I went and got another land. Like I'm trying to hurry up and get my commander out so I can start dealing damage to you. That's my objective.
Got it.
So the next thing. Now that my first main phase is over, I would enter combat if my creature was out and I could swing. But I don't have a creature, so I'm going to skip my combat phase. Second main, I don't have any other actions that I need to take. That's why we kind of been fast forwarding straight to the end step.
Okay.
But there's things in between, but they don't pertain to me right now.
Right.
So now that my second main is over because I don't have an action to take, I'm going to go to my end step. Do I need to clean up? No, I have 3 cards in my hand, and I don't have any end step triggers that need to be resolved. So I'm going to say that my turn is concluded and pass back to you.
Got it. Okay.
So you ready for it? Untap.
Okay, so untap.
Upkeep.
Upkeep, you don't have an upkeep trigger to resolve.
Okay.
Okay, then draw.
Okay. And then so I have another land, and it's like basic land, plains. It just has a sun symbol. It doesn't have any instructions.
Yeah.
That's a basic land.
Yeah, just like mine.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the white version of mine.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so I think you should put down the other land in your hand.
The forest.
Okay, the forest. Okay. So I'm putting that down.
Okay.
All right.
That's good.
And do I?
No, because it doesn't enter tapped. So
Okay.
what you could do is
Notably 1 land per turn, unless a card says otherwise.
That's right.
Okay, so
That's right.
got you. 1 land at a time.
right.
Okay.
So what you could do is you can activate the Myriad Landscape by tapping it right there, and then you tap your other 2 lands.
Because it costs 2. Yeah.
And then what you're going to do is it says sacrifice that land right there, which means you're going to put it into your graveyard.
Okay, so which land am I sacrificing?
The Myriad Landscape, the one in the middle.
Okay.
So your graveyard is right underneath your library.
Okay.
And then you're going to get to search your library and put 2 lands into it.
Okay.
So it says 2 basic lands. So if I were you, I'd get 1 swamp and 1 plains.
It has to be of the same kind.
Oh, it has to be the same color? Oh, my bad.
Okay. Got it.
So what?
I have very small hands,
2 plains,
so-
2 forests, I mean.
Look
So-
back,
Yep.
back
Okay.
at your hand first and see what you need the most of.
Okay.
See if anything exceeds a certain amount.
Honestly, you probably should get 2 plains.
It's 2 planes, just based off like what we're looking at.
We need to see the mana, so this is 2. That's 1 green.
One green and one green.
You already meet the criteria of 2 white.
So I would say you can get 2 forest.
I get 2 forests.
Okay.
Because one plains is already in your hand, and you have something that taps for plains.
So the other forest is here, so I have one. So I do.
So you can put it onto the
That's right.
battlefield.
Okay.
And
And then you can put the other one into the battlefield, and that supersedes that one land per turn.
Okay.
You're not technically playing the land; it's putting it onto the battlefield for you.
Okay.
The cards allowing you to do that, so you put it all out there again.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So now you have 4 mana for your next turn.
That's really good.
Yeah.
This is called ramp.
Okay.
Like, because you're accelerating how many lands you put on the field.
Also,
You would shuffle the deck afterwards.
Oh, gotcha.
So one of us can do that for you.
Yeah, because my hands. This is a very thick deck, and I have very, very tiny hands. I've never been really good at shuffling. Honestly.
Me neither. It took a long time for me to get halfway decent.
You don't shuffle the traditional way because one, the cards have value, and then those sleeves will mess it up. So
Got it.
we all develop our own funky way of shuffling. To be honest with you.
yeah. All right, and here you. There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
So wait a minute, does this happen for me?
When you go. And
Oh,
draw,
if you do
it's
return this
draw,
card.
if you
Oh,
go
yeah,
draw
never mind.
instead.
Yeah, it's you could
Dredge, yeah.
Dredge is a option.
So now, that's pretty much all you could do with your turn. You don't have any. Everything's tapped. You don't have any in-step triggers to resolve. So then you can pass your turn back again.
All right, so I'll pass my turn.
Okay. And so I'm going to untap. I have no upkeep triggers. I will. What's up? I will draw. And.
Hey, Winter.
No.
I am learning magic. So
Nice.
hopefully I will be good enough to play you at some point.
Aw, shucks. Let me find out.
And then also I'm repping you.
Yeah, you are repping my. Yeah, you got that shit on for sure.
Let me hug real quick.
This is so funny.
But I'm learning. I'm learning.
Nice.
And this is typical, by the way. The first couple turns, everyone's repping for mana, other than him. Like he doesn't do that.
Oh, so you just go straight and fight, swinging off the rip.
Certain people have like certain decks.
said no.
I'm not gonna lie. Like certain people in certain decks, we all have like turn 2, turn 1 objectives. Depending on who you play against, and that's the point of power levels. So like, if Will said I'm playing a power level 3, then I won't play my 4 deck because it'd be unfair. Because I would have ideally a turn 1 or turn 2 win in there. That is if you're a decent player. Some people don't do that now. They try to get you.
Right. So it's best to like ramp up, set the land, build your mana up before you start swinging.
Before you get into anything, because you want to make sure you got energy to play with.
Got it. Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna go into my first main phase. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4 to bring out my commander. So my commander costs 2 swamps and 2 colorless, and I have 2 swamps. I have a non-basic land, and then I have this Rogue's Passage, which is colorless. So I'm going to utilize these 4 lands to cast my commander. I will not be going to combat because when he enters, he does not have haste. Haste means he can immediately go into swinging. I don't want to swing with him anyway because his ability only triggers on this side of him. So I want things to die before I go to combat. So he'll be sitting here for a little minute. He's just hanging out. So now that I've cast him, combat phase is resolved. I'm not going to combat. Second main, I don't have another trigger to resolve. I don't have any more spells I want to play. So I'm going to proceed to my end step. I don't have cleanup. I don't need to discard. I'll pass back to you.
Okay.
This is a key part for you because this is when threat evaluation is very important. 8 to 9 times out of 10, if you do not understand or know what the card does, read it. Ask for the card and read it.
Got it. Okay. So I do notice like up here, it just says like 2 forests and white. So it's like at this, I do have 3 forests.
You have everything you need to cast your commander.
So like I could put her into play.
You're gonna go through your phases. I'm gonna pass to you. You're gonna untap your lands.
Okay. So just.
Upkeep.
So you don't have an upkeep. So then you're gonna proceed to draw. You want to make sure you resolve all of this before you cast something.
Got it. Okay.
Because you might want to cast something else. That's not your commander first.
Okay. So I did pull a legendary creature.
Very nice.
Alright, so this is, how do you pronounce her name? Like
Siona.
Siona, captain of the
Pylius.
Pylius.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically says when she enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an aura card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Whenever an aura you control becomes attached to the creature you control, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token.
That's a really good card.
That's what you want to play.
I probably would play that before I play my commander.
Okay.
So with that, I'm gonna say this is from one of the levels that I've learned. Tapping your mana is always key in this.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna play your land first.
Okay, so am I like I'm doing?
No,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna
So play your land for turn.
You got a land in your hand.
You have planes in your hand from earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, because I may have shuffled something.
No, it's in there.
It's in there,
Okay.
right there.
Okay, this one. Okay, so play this.
Beautiful.
Okay,
All right.
so I have the planes.
So remember how we were talking about the colors, right?
Mhm.
So each color has in the color basin of the card, it matters because you need that color specifically to cast the spell itself. So if you look at it, you have a majority of green.
Mhm.
So what you could do is you would tap it because it's look like it's one a green and a white, right, for that spell.
Mm-hmm.
Move the card.
Yeah, it's one colorless, one green, and one white.
Yep. So what you could do is you could tap a green.
Okay.
That'll give you your green. You could tap a white. That'll give you your white.
Okay.
And then you could tap another green. And then you could play that card.
Play this.
Yes.
Okay.
That's good.
So what it does is this is what we call a ETB, which is into the battlefield. So you said that when it enters the battlefield, like that's you casting it resolving, and then it's being placed on the field. What it does is that now you could look at the top 7 cards of your library, and you can put an aura into it.
Okay.
Into your
So-
hand.
Got it. So I'm gonna put these right here, and then I'm doing like 1,
This is the definition of
2,
aura format. Right
3, 4,
Quinn
5,
actually.
7,
Actually.
and then okay. So I have.
Oh, you didn't pull an aura.
I think she.
Oh, wait, is that one? Actually, is
No,
this? I
keep-
think this
keep
one might
going,
be.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yep, there's one. That's good.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's the last card? Is that not one?
It's a creature.
Yeah, that's the only one you can pull. Is that one? So
Mhm.
you go
Okay,
into your hand.
got it. Okay, I'm feeling very lucky. I've been pulling like really good cards like the first round. So.
Mhm. So those go at the bottom. Of
Oh, okay. Good thing I didn't go first. Okay.
But yeah, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Threat assessment. That card lets you look for stuff to deal with everyone versus playing your commander, which would have most likely just suffered to her cards.
Got it. Okay. So I pulled an aura card. Do I go ahead and like play it or hold on to
It
it?
goes
You
to
hold
your
your
hand.
hand. Goes to your hand.
Yep.
Goes to your hand. And even though I have like.
Mind if I look
two-
at your hand really quick, just to help you out?
I already know what you're about to do.
And how big is that creature? If you could tell me the attack and the defense.
It's a 2/2. So is mine.
So what you want to do right now?
I already know.
Play this card right here,
Okay.
and then you're gonna tap those 2 lands.
Okay.
All right. Yep. And then you're gonna attach that to. Is it an equipment?
It's an aura. It's an aura.
It's an aura. So you're gonna equip it to the creature that you just put out.
Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. I had an aura. What is it?
No, that one. The
Yeah,
card
you put it
just
out.
played is also aura.
Okay. Got
so
it.
right now, what we're gonna do is we're called taking care of a threat. So we're gonna attach it to the creature. The creature you just put down.
Mhm.
All right. And when you do that, you're gonna have that creature right there fight that creature right there.
Okay. So I'm going for.
Yeah, so you're gonna kill my commander,
Okay.
and your creature will survive the combat.
Okay.
So my commander will die and go back to the command zone.
Got it. Okay.
So this is another good. This is a good point to think about. So when a commander exists in a command zone, there's multiple zones. It's like the battlefield, the graveyard, exile. Does library constitute as a zone? I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
The library is in the zone.
So there's 3 different zones. So it's the battlefield, it's the command zone, and then there's exile, and then there's the graveyard. So when your commander dies, you have the option to let him go into the graveyard, or you could put him back in the command zone. However, every time you cast him from his command zone, it incurs a cost. So originally he only cost me 4. Now he'll cost me 6. It's a tax. So it's an additional 2 now for me to cast him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, but that was good for you to do because threat assessment is handling things as they present themselves as an issue. Because, like I said, my deck wants your stuff to die, wants my commander to grow. And so if you leave him out to grow, then he becomes a bigger problem for you to deal with later.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it's like for your deck, it's smarter to go ahead and try to knock your commander out as quickly as possible. And it's going to like cost you more in the end to bring him back in play.
That's right.
Got you. Okay. All right, so how do I end my turn? Because I did a lot.
No, you did. That was amazing.
You
that
did.
Was actually amazing.
Don't you get what does it say? Whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature you control, you create a 1/1 white soldier.
Mm-hmm.
She has great value. So now you get another creature on top of that.
Okay, so
and I have something for you.
You can grab those tokens.
Oh yeah, you have here.
Oh.
You get a human warrior.
Okay, nice. Okay.
So now you have 2 blocks. So imagine this is like attached to her.
Okay.
Like that helps bolster her. So now you have 2 creatures that you can attack next turn and defend with.
Got it.
That's really good.
And keep in mind with that rule, it doesn't mean like I'm pulling from my deck. I could pull this warrior from somewhere else, or would that warrior be usually in my deck?
So imagine it as the card's ability to manifest. Just honestly, like a helper. A helper just pops up out of nowhere.
Okay.
They got a word for that, don't they? Whatever. Like a little companion. Like you just enlist and it pops up. The thing about tokens cannot stay in any specific zone or area. As soon as it touches something else other than the battlefield and the board state rules kick in, that token will determine its fizzle, but essentially go away forever.
Okay, got it.
So if someone says, put that into your hand, it's gone. Put it into your deck, it's gone. Put it into your graveyard, it's gone. Put it into your exile, it's gone.
Think of it like this. Like, we gonna name that token. What you want to name the token?
Let me see what you look like, because I'm giving like a cool nickname. He's definitely looking like Knight, so I'm gonna call him a Knight.
Knight. So if Knight dies, Knight not coming back. You might get.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, to be fair, he's human, so he's just like he gone.
Yeah, he gone. So like you might get maybe Larry that come next time or the white.
Yeah, they're supporting staff, but they're not a part of the dynamic of your deck. Like they don't come from your deck. They are generated from creatures in your deck.
Got it. Okay.
So imagine that she gave birth to Knight.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, definitely good. Okay, so I have 6 cards in my hand.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good. So I could pass my turn.
That's right.
Yes, you
Okay.
You killing it already.
So I'm gonna untap my lands, and I'm gonna draw a card for turn. I got a swamp. That's awesome because I want some lands. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. I have 6, so I could recast my commander, which I could do. So I think that I will. I'm going to tap 1 to play a Bubbling Muck. And it says until end of turn, whenever a player taps a swamp for mana, it produces an additional swamp. So essentially, I get 2 for the price of 1. So when I tap this one, it'll tap for 2. So I have 2, and then I have 4. Oh yeah, swamp from a swamp.
Yeah, it has to be a swamp.
So it has to be a swamp. So you got to tap out.
5, 6.
No, this is not. Is this considered a swamp though? It's not.
No.
Right.
So you have to tap out.
Oh, so what I would need to do actually is tap this to cast that, and then these 3. And so, what's so funny?
This is what we were talking about earlier. When so higher level gameplay, this is instructive. Higher level gameplay, you tap the wrong mana. That's it.
Okay,
Oh, so you can like
I did it. That's what I said. That.
So you can self-destruct.
Yeah.
No,
You can.
You can self sabotage.
Yeah, you can if you do the wrong
You
thing.
can self sabotage.
Gotcha.
So I had to tap this to play this, so I can tap my 3 swamps to get the 6 floating mana that I need to recast my commander.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I have now fulfilled his regular cost and his tax from doing that.
Okay.
So now that that's done, that's all I can do with my turn. I just want to resummon him, and I'm gonna pass back to you.
Got it. So when you resummon someone, you don't have the option to attack. You just
Nope,
have to
it
wait
has
till-
summon
Summon
sickness again.
sickness.
Okay.
That's right.
Got it.
Unless it has a keyword that gives it, otherwise like haste.
Got it. Okay.
All right, so you ready? Untap.
Okay. So I'm tapping everything
Upkeep.
and then
Draw.
draw. Okay.
All right. So we about to get real good in this. You ready?
Okay.
All right. So that's an artifact right there for you, right? So you could play the artifact. Let me see.
You could.
You could play it and still be able to cast your commander, because that's the goal right now, is to cast your commander.
That's good.
So what you're gonna do is I'm gonna have you tap the green on the far left or the forest, and then you're gonna tap the plains beside it. And then you're gonna play that. That's your artifact. It's an arcane signet.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can put it anywhere.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. So you see it costs 2 generic mana. Well, that's also what they call it. Colorless is generic mana. So you can tap any mana of any color for that.
Okay.
All right. So now your commander costs how much?
It's like 2 It's like 2 forests and I think 2. Is it okay? So it has 2, but it's saying
2
like
colorless or generic mana.
2 is
Okay.
just, they're called pips. 2 in the circle is its own pip. The green in the circle is its own pip, and the white in the circle is its own pip. So you have 3 pips on there that equal out to 4 mana. So 2 colorless, 1 white, 1 green.
okay. Got it. Okay. So I would tap
Yep.
This is good.
And then tap the arcane signet.
Because Arcane Signet can tap for mana
Beautiful.
also.
okay.
And then you can cast your commander.
Okay. So she's summoned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it has an ETB, which is an enter the battlefield trigger.
A really good one.
So ETB, remember we were talking about when it once you summon it and it enters, you can do what's needed, right? So what happens is that it says when it enters the battlefield, put a virtuous roll token on another creature.
Okay. So we have 2 playing cards here, and you're using a marker to like. So you could just create any card, or like.
Infinite
That's
tokens.
an infinite token.
It's,
Uh,
so when you have a lot of tokens, we just commonly use those.
So the virtuous roll can go on whatever creature aside from her that you want it to. You have 2 creatures. If I were you, I'd put it on Siona because she's the stronger one. She's a permanent, like, the other token's cool, but Siona has more abilities and you want to preserve her. That's my perspective on
Yeah,
it.
I would
Yeah.
put it on her because when you put the virtuous roll token on Sienna, you get another.
Yeah.
You'll get Larry this time.
Okay. Okay. So I could power up her. I mean just for like proximity, just for me to make sense. So I power up her. All right. And so like I could get another human.
Yep, you get another one.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab from right here.
Yeah.
Yep. So there goes Larry.
Okay. So now that I like have extra help, I could like
You can actually attack now.
I could attack now.
Right.
Okay. So do I attack using what's best to attack using the warriors or Siona?
To Siona.
Siona. Okay. So I will attack using Siona.
Nice.
All right. And then how many points am I taking off?
So Siona gets +1 for each enchantment you control. You have 2 enchantments. So she is a 4/4 baseline, but then the enchantment that's attached to her, the one that you cast last turn to fight my commander, it gives it 0/2. So Siona is a 4/6 right now.
Okay.
So you can swing her at me for 4 damage.
Okay. And so it'll take like 4 points off your life.
So you would declare her as an attacker. So you would turn her sideways. When you
Okay.
turn her sideways, that's you indicating that you're going into combat. She does not have vigilance.
Okay.
So that means when you swing with her, you will not be able to block with her when it's time.
Got it.
So when you swing, you're sending 4 points of damage at me, and I have to decide if I'm going to block it or if I'm going to take it. Now, that could be based on a plethora of things, like if I have a response, etc., etc. My commander's a 2/2, so if I blocked with him, he would die. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and take that damage.
Okay. Got it.
So a trigger happens since you attacked with an enchanted creature. Elevator triggers, and it says you get to draw a card.
Okay.
So a trigger is when something happens, then something happens. So it's like a domino effect.
Okay.
And that's what Elevere is great for, is she has a lot of domino effects in her. So like for instance, when you cast her and she put a virtuous roll, That then turns around and makes a creature. That then turns around and makes that stronger. Then you swing at me. That then turns around and gives you a card. That's called value. So all those things happening in like a sequential result like that is amazing, and that's why I love that deck.
Oh yeah, because like it's coming in clutch already. So I have drawn a card. This is an enchantment, Timely Ward. You may cast Timely Ward as though it had a flash if it targets a commander. Enchanted creature has indestructibility. Or indestructible. Yeah. Alright. Behind every general who leads from the front is a nervous mage with a spell at the ready.
That's called flavor text.
Flavor text. Yeah.
So it's basically like, so Magic the Gathering has a lore, and the lore explains like different stories that is relative to whatever the card may be. And so some, like, it might say who says it, sometimes it doesn't, but it's just like something cute that they kind of throw in to give the text some flavor, like make it interesting. So it's like a quote from that somebody said somewhere.
Okay.
But it don't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things.
Got it. Okay, but I don't have to play it. I can just like have them in my deck. In my hand.
You're
okay.
You're out of mana, so you're out of energy to play anything anymore.
That's right.
Got it. Okay. All right. So it's your turn.
That sounds good. So I'm going to untap my lands, and I'm going to draw for turn. And I'm looking at my hand. I'm going to then turn around and what do I want to do? I'll tap 3 to play this Bastion of Remembrance. This is an enchantment, and it says when it enters the battlefield, I create a 1/1 human soldier, just like you do.
Okay.
And it says whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life. So basically, it's just kind of like a little way to kind of bolster myself a bit. And that was my first main.
You have to be a master strategist at this because and really pay attention to your cards because there's just like, I see different ways that way you could like really, you know, win. Okay. So,
I finished my second main. I'm not going to combat. I'm going to pass the turn back to you.
Got it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm untap.
Yep.
All right. And then
don't forget about your
creature and your artifact.
Okay, right. So I untap everything.
That's right.
Got it. Okay. And then I'm maintenance. I'm at 7.
So you got one more thing to do. So you don't have an upkeep trigger. So untap, upkeep, and now you're gonna draw.
Okay. So I draw.
Beautiful. You drew a land.
I drew a land.
You want to play a land every single time.
Okay. So with this land, this is Sungrass Prairie. All right. And then on the Arteria, peace and harmony are rare. Places that provide both are cherished.
That's more flavor text.
Okay.
So basically, the card's function is to kind of give you, like, you see how this is just tapping for green? You can kind of get a plains and a green out of this. It kind of helps you if you're, like, lacking, like, white, like, colors in your mana pool. So, that's a nice card to have, but sometimes it's inconvenient because you have to expend to get the other side of the thing. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's only going to ultimately net you 1 more mana than you already have.
Right.
Okay.
But it's to exchange it for colors. Like if you need another plains, for instance.
Okay, so I can still play it.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead and play it. And then I'm going to.
Yep.
Okay. I could like just go ahead and do everything.
Okay.
Or okay. Like no, I'm asking, or like doesn't matter.
What are you about to play?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Okay, so I can play. I do have some creatures.
You do.
I do have some creatures, and like 2 enchantments. No, actually 3 enchantments. So at this point in the game, would it be wise to put down a creature or an enchantment?
Can I say something like from the? I would say what you could do is that you can attack, right? And you can leave your mana untapped, and then you can attack. You can attack with your commander, and you can attack with a the card off with that already has something on it. So remember we were talking about
how fast you can play stuff.
Yeah, things you can play at a faster pace. So remember how you read that card and it said it had flash? So what you could do is you can attack with the 2 cards. So you can attack with a roll token. You can attack with
Hi.
the other creature, and then you can attack with a token. And then what you can do is you can put all that stuff into a turn, and then tap 3 and target your commander with that spell.
So what would you do right now? Is untap your land.
Okay,
so yeah, untap your lands. I would so
You're going to combat.
we're
Okay.
gonna go to the combat phase.
Okay.
So we're suggesting that you swing your commander and Siona at me.
So I could attack with 2 people.
You can attack with all your creatures if you want to.
Okay.
So
But-
I would say attack with 3.
Okay. So I have.
Siona, commander, and one of your little soldiers.
Mhm.
Okay. So I could attack with multiple people.
Yes.
All right.
So turn them sideways.
Okay.
Oh, so this is attached to this. So you would just turn the creature sideways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And
Oh, so like this right here will be this, and then you're sending a warrior at me, and then you're sending your commander at me.
Alright.
Now, when Elevir goes to combat or when she attacks, she triggers creating you another virtuous roll, which will be attached to another creature that you control.
Which
Now-
will increase his power. and toughness.
she's really coming in clutch.
She's
Like,
powerful.
that's-
I wasn't kidding. So basically, what I would do to depict how much power and toughness you get is I just kind of do this because it adds sequentially and quickly. So I would put this on the other warrior that's attacking me, right?
Mhm.
So now this warrior, there's 1, 2, 3 enchantments on the field right now.
Okay.
So each of these creatures that are enchanted with the virtuous roll get an additional 3 power. So now Siona is hitting me for 5, 7, and then
Thank God
This-
you didn't say 6, 7.
Elevir's hitting me for 4. Now commander damage is important because if a player gets 21 points of commander damage, they're dead, no matter how high their life total is. That's like the caveat to winning the game as well. So you want your commander damage to get through more than anything else because no matter what I do, I can't survive that if you hit me with 21 points.
Okay.
So right now you're sending 5, 9, and this is what 4. You're sending 13 damage at me.
Ooh. Good
And
God.
you see
After
how-
that read.
So unfortunately, you don't have trample, so I can block things. So trample is when that creature kind of steps over your, like for instance, this is a 1/1. Your stuff is bigger than a 1/1, so it could say kill this, and they still come at me. But because you don't have trample, that doesn't happen. I can block with a chump blocker, which is another phrase that we use to say that, and avoid that damage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to block Elevir with this warrior. He will die. Thank you for your service. And because he did, Steve is crazy. Because of Bastion of Remembrance, it says whenever a creature I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and I gain 1 life. So I'll gain a life for that. You lose 1 for that, but it's inconsequential because I'm about to get smacked upside the head with these other 2 guys.
Right.
So this right here is 4, and Siona is 5, so I'll be taking 9 damage.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
But at least like you were able to reduce it because at first it was gonna be unlucky 13. But but
Yeah.
at least that you were able to kind of like save yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, you were able to block my turn ends.
No, so
Oh,
you
oh.
have a trigger now.
Okay.
Because you dealt combat damage to me with an enchanted creature, you get to draw a card.
Okay. Got it. And I get.
That's a beautiful card to play.
Oh yeah. Also, I just love. I'm sorry. I'm stuck on design, so I just like really like the outfit. But I have a Slavan Ranger,
The Sylvan Ranger.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
and then she is an Elf Scout Ranger. When she enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle.
This is another form of ramp. So,
Okay.
like, for instance, you don't have any more lands in your hand right now.
Okay.
Like, in my opinion, if you could play a land every turn, you absolutely should. So, you already played a land for turn, which was this one. So, now you can go search for one, and you'll have a land to play for next turn.
Got it. So I could play her.
For
You
2.
you would tap 2 to play her, and then go get that. But there's also other things that you could do on your second main. You could play other, whatever enchantments you have. It really depends on what helps benefit your strategy to winning against me right now.
Okay.
What you do.
Okay. So I would tap a forest, and then it said like so. No, one is like no color.
It's any color.
It's any color.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So tattoo to play her, and then I would search the deck for a land. And does it matter what type of land, or just like
it says basic land on it, and then it'll give you forest or plains.
Okay, so look real quick for a land. So I couldn't like do.
You could.
Okay. So alright, so I could add that. Okay.
And then shuffle your library.
My hands are too small.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for.
And you can still play stuff out of your hand if you want to.
Yeah, because this is your second main phase. This
Yeah.
is the phase after combat.
And this is so since you played an attack with creatures, you kind of want to either bolster your defense or make it to where it's not.
Oh, she
Good
should
for her to
have
attack you.
a third warrior now
Yeah, you get a warrior trigger.
because of you adding the virtuous roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
you
then-
look-
That's whenever enchantment into the battlefield. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's broken.
I told you. Let me double check. Make sure it's not cast.
Oh, that's so expensive.
Yeah, whenever or you control becomes attached to a creature you control.
Oh.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's really
this-
good.
I would add that. I'd play that for 3 because it'll just increase your draw whenever you get more auras out, which you've been doing consistently. And then what's that? 3. How much mana do you have out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you still have 6 mana.
Yeah, she's got a lot.
Oh.
Shoot, I might bust out a sun like that.
Yeah, I honestly, me, I play that Sun Titan. Get him.
Or like, let me see what else. Because this, I would absolutely wait till my next turn to play, so that way when you attack again, you could do this trigger.
Yeah.
Or you could save
Or
this because
that.
you never know. I could be blowing some stuff up. You never
Okay.
know.
Need
So
something.
you're building a really great situation right now. So you want to kind of protect your board or be
Okay.
prepared to protect your board. So I try not to tap all the way out because you never know what the opponent is going to do.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
also true.
All right. So kind of like save. Don't always
you-
throw the best cards out first. Just
Yeah.
kind of get a feel
Mhm.
and then build up a stronger defense.
That's right.
Got it. All right. So you mentioned like doing this. I could do
hold
no.
I would hold on to it because
Okay.
you don't have nothing in your graveyard right
You need
now.
stuff in your
Okay.
graveyard to play.
You
Okay.
want to save him for later because then
I play him out and then save. Yeah, because then you can still play that out. So I would tap 3 to play him.
Okay. So tap.
you can tap the arcane signet too.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Mhm.
okay, and the plane, and then I put down Tangle Span Lookout.
Yeah.
And whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card.
Beautiful.
Okay.
The next time you swing and get an aura, he'll let you draw for that.
Okay. And then now I could end my turn.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's good.
All right. So like this was fun. I really like the intricacies
Mhm.
of the game, and I also could see my students like really getting into this because
Oh,
like
this is a great game
yeah,
for kids.
yeah. And I was just like, you could sit down and be quiet on free time and just like, you know what I mean, and they'll be like hyper focused. So it's like I really enjoy playing this with you all, and this
Yeah.
is like a good way to like, you know, strengthen my brain because it's like it's a matter of, it's kind of like has a chess feel
Mhm.
to it as you're trying to, you know, you have like your commander, so you gotta make sure like you gotta protect your commander, and then you also have to set up like a defense, and then
That's
you also
right.
have to kind of prepare for, you know, whatever you have in your deck.
Mhm.
But this was like this was fun for me, like on the Saturday. I know you guys do every Thursday
At Delta, yeah.
at Delta. Where's that at?
It's in Temple Hills. It's up near Iverson. It's in Iverson Mall.
God, I haven't been in Iverson Mall for a break. I may have like what's my next break? Because I'm teaching like not Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure you have Thanksgiving off, like, but like maybe my winter break. I'll definitely come up and check you guys because this has been an absolute delight.
Yeah, just let us know. We're always available.
All right, and where can we guys find you on social media?
So if you look up On The Stack on Instagram, we have TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and you can follow us there.
All right, awesome, and see how you guys glow from that conversation.
Got it.
Bye.